We're going to take a moment for the national anthem. We'll be right back with you in just one moment. It's baseball time in Texas as we're just about ready to get underway here at Hayes High School in Buda, Texas. Good evening, or good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside Mr. Jonathan Kaspar as we are just about ready to get underway here. Jonathan working on our charts. We've had some challenges. I don't know what's wrong with. All right, can you get me back into it? Oh my. I don't know what to do. Good afternoon, everyone. We're working through some technical difficulties on here. Our OBS has just decided to take a strike on us, and we've had some technical difficulties getting started, but our apologies to everyone. Jack Doss on the mound, Carson Pruitt behind the plate with Blake Allen at the plate. A full count pitch.
Strike. Yeah, late delay on the call.
Batting center fielder, number 12, P.K. Miller.
And so our scoreboard is showing out in kind of in the middle of space right there. So we'll try to take care of that, but it shows differently on our computer than it actually is showing to y'all in the broadcast. P.K. Miller at the plate. Jack Doss on the mound. The first pitch that is cut on and popped up over to first. Blake Gonzalez in on it. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Stepping up to the plate, catcher, number 36, right well.
All right, where are we at here?
Number 36, Bryce Wells, the catcher for the Rangers, will come to the plate. With Aiden Verrett on deck. Fastball down the middle for a strike to Wells.
Yeah, broadcast looks like we're good now.
Wild pitch goes the backstop, and that will even the count up at 1. So we have a lot of details to go over, and we'll do that in between the innings to get us caught back up on where we're at in by-district play with some games that we've been able to play. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and the count will go 1-2. While Cedar Park and Liberty Hill were able to get one game in on Thursday night, they were unable to play last night, and so they are playing today. The 1-2 head is fouled off, and Wells stays alive. A 1-2 pitch. This is cut on and hit over Caro's head at second and into right field for a base hit. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 34, Aiden Verrett.
You got Verrett. Of course, he's not checking on pronunciations, and he is Verrett.
So Smithson Valley Rangers out of District 26 5A, they come into today 18-9 overall on the season. They were 11-5 in district play. Their head coach is Chad Kell. He's in his 20th year with 431 career wins. He's assisted by Lane Bowman, Alan Lynch, William Wood, and Isaac Thornton. Their 2024 record was 23-9. They were 12-2 in district play and by-district finalists, losing to the Raiders in round 1. That pitch down and in for ball 1. They have 6 returning starters. The Rouse Raiders out of District 25 5A are 21-8-2 overall on the season, 12-2 in district play and district co-champs. So throw over to first, not in time. They're coached by Chad Crampine in his 24th year with 535 career wins. He's assisted by Manny Perez, Drew David, and Will Noble. Their 2024 record was 34-10 and 10-4 in district play and were state semifinalists with 4 returning starters. That pitch in for a strike to even the count at 1. Cooper Gibson on deck for Smithson Valley. From the stretch, the pitch. This is cut on and hit out toward right center. That is going to fall in for a base hit. And Connor Thompson slips and falls.
Yeah,
so
slipped
runners
out.
on the
Went to
corners.
plant his foot and ended up having to throw that from his backside. Did a great job of getting the ball in and keeping the runner at first. So we now have him at the corners. That's 2 hits, both going out to right center field on righty batters. Buffering.
Yeah, it's been doing that. The hot spot has gotten extremely hot because we're sitting out in the sun.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
This is hit back up the middle to Gonzalez. He'll lob it over to Caro for the force at second. That'll go 6-4 on the put out of Morgan to get the Raiders finally out of the inning. But Smithson Valley will pick up 4 runs on 3 hits. They leave none. On to the bottom we go.
I'm going to do some real quick housekeeping here while Michael goes over a few other things. Are you going to shut it down?
I'm trying to see where my mouse is. You can't see.
Yeah, you can't hardly see the mouse.
OBS is totally frozen. if we can start it back up. I don't know.
And then move the computer. I mean, I can move
Yeah.
it over, rearrange. You want me to do that? Or if you want to do that, I mean,
I don't know.
there's enough slack on everything. We should be able to rearrange. Just slide it to the right.
It's just going to get hotter as we go.
Oh, I know.
I don't even.
No canopy.
All right, so we're back, but we're still having issues. And what our problem is, folks, we're out here in the sun, and we don't have any shade over our equipment. And they wouldn't let us set up in the press box, and so we're all hot out here. Hopefully, it'll get better. And we've had to shut down the computer just because everything is so hot.
No, I was like,
So, with that being said, we've got Adrian Graves is on at second with Christian Caro at the plate. He's in a full count right now, so please accept our apologies. It's I guess it's just been a rough start, like Rouse has in the bottom or in the top of the first, with Smithson Valley plating 4 runs in the first
on 2 errors.
That is hit just foul down the right field line.
Oh, dang, I missed it.
Ball 4, and Caro will draw the walk.
I completely missed that.
So Smithson Valley will call time and go out and talk to their hurler.
That's why I saw the last name. Joys of having different coaches that fill out sheets different ways.
Raiders with runners at first and second with Christian Caro and Adrian Graves. Jacob Solis at the plate.
There we go. Now I got it.
That is fouled off for a strike. Mason Gonzalez on deck.
Now we're good.
Okay, now we got it.
Yep. And strike.
All right, so let's trade places and
Yes.
you can get back on the scoreboard and see how we can go. Hopefully we won't have any more freeze-ups. I don't know how to do your phone. I'm just going to put it on mine, I guess.
Yeah, I don't need.
I mean, we'll need it once we
I'll get it going. I'll get her going.
get her going for me. All right.
Done. All right, so what do we? I've got to redo.
2 balls and 1 strike count to Jacob Solis. Number 30, Luke Williams on the mound. Bryce Wells behind the plate. Aiden Verrett. That pitch misses for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Gonzalez. And so Mr. Verrett, or I'm assuming it's Verrett. The announcer here is calling it Veretti. So if you can chime in and let us know how to properly enunciate his name. Ball 4. And Gonzalez gets on to load the bases.
With no outs.
Now batting third baseman. Number
Or Solis gets on the walk to load the bases.
Thank you, Nona. She's known as in our corner.
All right, came here to watch a Gonzo bomb. All right, let's go.
All right, so now that's up and running. You're good there. Oh yeah, it's burning up.
It is
I'm
hot.
gonna see if I can't.
And we're actually kind of on the wrong side of the press box. If we were on the opposite side, as the day goes longer, we would be in shadow, and so our equipment wouldn't be smoking hot right now. Williams deals outside for ball 1 to Mason Gonzalez. That will hit him to walk in a run.
stepping up to the late center fielder, number 6.
That is the second hit batter of the inning. Adrian Graves comes across. And that may be it for Williams. Coach is making his way back out to the mound for a second visit, with Connor Thompson coming to the plate. Defensively, 4. And it looks like it's froze up again.
Well, I'm moving a bunch of stuff around too.
Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, it's frozen.
We do have another game, so if we can get it going here, maybe we can be in better shape for. I don't need that. As long as that stays plugged in, that can go there.
Got a ball call on Williams.
Well, the bubbles are out. The bubbles are out.
Raiders have cut the lead in half and have yet to get a hit. Williams from the stretch. That pitch in for a strike to Thompson. for strike one. That'll take the count 0-1. We're frozen on OBS. You have to X out of it and come back into it and just. One ball, two strikes to Connor Thompson. Runners at second and third. Williams comes set. The 1-2. Swing and a miss as he chases a high fastball for strike three. One away for Adolfo Arribes.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, I don't know. He don't know how to pronounce people's names, that's for sure.
Name Rives.
First pitch into it, Arribes is cut on and hit foul down the left field side for strike one. Andrew Sanchez on deck. Sanchez, the designated hitter for the Raiders. Sanchez hitting for Jack Doss. Defensively for the Rangers on the mound, number 30, Luke Williams. Behind the plate, number 36, Bryce Wells. At first base, number 34, Aiden Verrett. At second base, number 24, Justin Fuschella. At third base, number 9, Cooper Gibson. At short, number 3, Blake Allen. In left, number 5, Trey Morgan. In center, number 12, P.K. Miller. And in right, number 31, Luke Schrader. That pitch high and outside for ball one.
All right, now we're good.
The 1-1 pitch. That's low and inside for ball two. Two balls, one strike count. And that's probably going to be it. Coach Kell is actually making his way out to the mound. Usually when it's the head coach, there's usually a pitching change. And that's going to be it for Luke Williams.
And in comes, which there was not much time to
Number
really
35.
get anybody warm.
Number 35.
35 has made his way in the game for Smithson Valley Rangers, and that is Jacob Kirk. Number 35, Jacob Kirk.
So Jacob Kirk has come in relief of Luke Williams, who goes 1/3 of an inning. Wow, I don't know what has happened with OBS. It is just, it's frozen up again, Jonathan.
I've dropped the...
We've already restarted once. Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, it's just spinning.
Okay, it's moving again. All right, we're moving, so that's good. OBS isn't frozen.
Okay. So here's, that is going on. I don't know if you want to plug it in now. Wherever the... Did you have a charger connected to it yet? No.
Not yet, no.
Didn't even have a chance to do that. Well, folks, it's just been a comedy show here at Hayes Rebels Field.
Yeah,
As we are just
nothing
bouncing
more
back and forth. And
nothing more frustrating than that, to be honest with you. As we always... That is cut on, chop back up the middle. That will
See,
get
nice.
into center field.
And we have a tie ball game, folks, 4-4, as the Raiders play 2 runs to tie this game up.
A 2 RBI single for Adolfo Uribe.
And that is the epitome of a seeing eye single, as it literally was a blooper right over the head of the pitcher. And then it just dribbles right between both the shortstop and the second baseman trying to converge on it. Jacob Kirk is the pitcher, almost able to get to it. Justin Fusella and Blake Allen each trying to get to it as it dribbles right over. And there's another hit.
Right field from Andrew Sanchez.
And again, doing this, folks, with just one out here in the bottom of the first inning. A quick recap, if you're just sort of coming on and hopefully we're up and running with the broadcast, is first inning saw 2 quick outs by the Raiders. Is it back off?
It's just floating in limbo. I don't know if it is or not, to be honest with you. With your phone, it's hard to tell.
What do you want to?
Usually I can check mine to see.
Yeah, do it to it.
That pitch down the middle to Carson Pruitt for strike 1.
So again, 2 quick outs in the top of the first for the Raiders on the defensive side, and then we had 2 back-to-back hits.
Yeah, it looks like it's still going. It's your phone. Your phone's hosed up.
But 2 hits followed by 2 errors.
Only thing is I can't follow the chat now.
That led to a 4-run lead. 4 runs being plated before the final out was recorded.
2-strike count on Carson Pruitt. Kirk from the stretch. He checks Uribe at second. This is fouled back out of play, and the count will remain 0-2. Scott Knight helping his on-deck fielding percentage.
At least oh yeah, so much different. Feel that now. Feel that side.
Yes,
huge difference.
Again, Kirk comes set. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. Scott Knight on deck. Runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. We're in a tie ball game. The 1-2 pitch, that is cut on and hit back up the middle. This could be 1 and 2. That'll be a double play to end the inning as Carson Pruitt hits into the double play. That'll go 6-4, 4-3 on the double play to get out of the inning. But the Raiders get 4 runs on 1 hit, and they leave 1. After 1 complete inning, we're tied up at 4. On to the second we go. Due up for the Rangers, Justin Fusella, Blake Allen, and PK Miller. Jack Doss back out on the mound. Defensively for the Raiders on the mound, number 42, Jack Doss. Behind the plate, number 21, Carson Pruitt. At first base, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. At second base, number 12, Christian Caro. At third base, number 1, Scott Knight. At short, number 7, Jacob Solis. In left, number 3, Adrian Graves. In center, number 6, Connor Thompson. And in right field, number 27, Adolfo Uribe. So we did have some games that were able to be played on Thursday night, and we have some by-district. Jonathan, if you'll go on to OBS to the by-district, you can see where people are playing. And
all right, so by-district playoffs.
It's messed up the whole screen, so you can't even see that.
Well, this is our series here.
Yeah.
So, game 1 obviously currently being played at the very top there. Just got it cut off. Game 2 will be 30 minutes following this game here, so stay with us. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better start to the game, too, as we did this game. New Braunfels is currently facing Glenn, and they are playing game 1 today as well at New Braunfels at 1 o'clock. Game 2 will be 30 minutes as well, right after at New Braunfels. Game 3, if required, at Glenn, on Monday. Division 2 has Liberty Hill versus Piper. Liberty Hill was already able to get the game 1 in and winning 3-2 over Piper. Game 2 is today at Liberty Hill, 1 o'clock, so they started here at the same time as us. Game 3, if necessary, will also be 30 minutes after Game 2.
That is cut on and hit foul down the left field line.
And the rest of it is cut off. We'll get that to y'all.
Cedar Park got game 1 in versus Bernie Champion. Bernie Champion taking that one 14-4. The other game will be played today at Cedar Park, and game 3, if necessary, 30 minutes after game 2. That pitch misses for ball 1. That'll even the count at 1. Blake Allen on deck.
Oh, we're going to.
Doss will wind and deliver. This is an easy infield fly that's popped up back to the pitcher. For out number 1.
So, number 3.
I think my phone must be getting hot too, because it's doing all kinds of crazy stuff now with YouTube. So
Blake Allen comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first.
We do have a score update
and
here.
Allen hit by pitch.
Yeah, Bernie Champion currently leading 10-2 over Cedar Park at the end of the 4th inning. Thank you, Christine Hassanawat.
Christine Hassanawat, always coming through.
All over it for us here. And New Braunfels Canyon versus Glenn. New Braunfels is up 2-1, bottom of the 3rd. Of course, that just mentioned is being played at New Braunfels, just down the road from our current location.
Doss deals high for ball 1 to PK Miller.
Back to where
Miller
is the
0 for 1. He lined to first his first time up.
And Liberty Hill, 5-2 lead over Piper at the bottom of the 2nd. Liberty Hill is up to bat currently.
1 on with 1 out. That pitch misses low for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Miller.
Did I get back up and running here?
The 2-0 pitch. That's in for a strike.
Oh, buckled his knees on that one as he was backing out of the.
Oh, he didn't call it a strike.
Oh. Wow. Great looking pitch there from Jack.
3-0 the count. The pitch. That's in for a strike.
Same pitch.
3-1 the count. Allen at first extends his lead. Doss checks him. The 3-1. This is a high towering fly ball hit deep to left center. Connor Thompson in on it. He makes the catch, and that will retire Miller for out number 2. 2 away for Bryce Wells.
Now, catcher, number 36, Bryce.
Bryce Wells 1 for 1. He singled back in the first. Eventually came around to score. Hayden Verrett on deck. Allen takes off for second. Throw down will not be in time. He got off the bag, but Carl evidently not able to get the tag while his foot was off the bag. Thought he had him, but didn't. So Allen will pick up a stolen base. 1-0 count to Wells. The 1-0 pitch. This is cut on and hit to center field. Connor Thompson tracks it. He's in on it, makes the catch, and that will do it for the Rangers' second. They get no runs on no hit. They leave one. After 1.5, we're still tied at 4.
Yeah, a lot better defensive inning for the Raiders there, as the errors basically led to those 4 runs in the first inning for the Rangers score. 2 errors back to back, allowing runs to come in, and then of course the Raiders able to tie the game up with just poor pitching that did see Luke Williams, the starting pitcher, get bounced after going
A third
of an inning. And Luke Williams, quick recap here, with him already being out of this game. 1/3 innings, allowing 4 runs, 4 earned because he did have 2 walks and recorded 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter on 29 pitches, 12 of those for strikes. So after that, Jacob Kirk came in and sort of righted the ship, only having to pitch 7, 6 of those for strikes. Did not record a strikeout or a walk in his 2/3 of an inning.
You're probably just taking a dump.
Is it still messed up?
Yeah.
All right, well, here, just use yours. There you go. Yep. We normally flip-flop phones here, but does not look like mine's going to cooperate today.
No, it doesn't look like anything's cooperating today.
Is yours too?
Well, I mean, mine's showing, but I can't see chat. I'm not sure what's going on.
All right, so back at it here, the bottom of the second. We go first pitch ball to Scott Knight. Scott Knight represents the number 9 batter, followed by inside, ball 2. Followed by the top of the lineup, Adrian Graves, and then Christian Caro.
2-0 the count tonight. Knight, the 9th batter in the order, he'll take first strike. The 2-1, that is fouled off for strike 2, and that will even things up at 2. Two the count.
And we'll see if we can also get back on track here and try to bring you all some extra views here in playoff baseball on the road at a neutral site where we will have all 3 games as a result of the rain for Thursday and Friday.
A 2-2 pitch catches him looking for strike 3, and that will retire Knight for out number 1. That'll bring up Adrian Graves back to the top of the order. Christian Caro on deck. Beautiful sunny day here in Buda, Texas at Jack C. Hayes High School. That pitch misses for ball 1.
Sun, both a blessing and a curse today.
Right.
It's just been
On
playing
our
havoc.
equipment, yeah, it's been playing havoc on our equipment. That pitch down the middle for a strike, and that will even things up at 1. Jacob Kirk back out on the mound for the Rangers. The 1-1, that is fouled back for strike 2. 1-2 count for Graves. Graves 0 for 0. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. And 1-2. This is fouled back out of play. The 1-2 pitch, that's outside for ball 2, and that will even things up. Two pitch. This is lifted high and foul. Oh, it just missed hitting a car out there.
Oh, wow.
I remember last year at Alamo Heights, Jonathan
Gosh, Wilson, yeah.
Wilson got his windshield busted out on a foul ball.
Alamo Heights is about as small of an area as you could put a ballpark in.
Foul tip.
In town. You know, it's so old school that the parking lot is one row.
Yeah, right.
And it's next to
the seats.
Right next to
press box.
Yep, press box right next to the fence, right next to everything. And yeah, he took one right off the windshield, I think is what it was, and shattered it.
The 2-2. That's outside for ball 3, and the count works full to Graves.
Yeah, great patience showed right there by Adrian Graves, not swinging at that outside pitch.
Payoff pitch. This is lifted into right field. Schrader underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire Graves for out number 2.
Second baseman, number 12, Christian Caro.
Christian Caro will make his way to the plate. He's 0 for 0. He drew a walk his first time up. That pitch right at the top of the zone for strike 1. A fastball in. The 0-1. Right back at it. He goes right back at the same spot.
Pitch right down the middle.
Nothing in 2. The count to Cotto. 0-2.
That was outside.
Okay. Catches him looking for strike 3. The Raiders go in order in the second. On to the third we go. Due up for the Rangers in the third. Aiden Verrett, Cooper Gibson, and Andrew Lansford.
Wow, that really got messed up. We were in the 21st inning. Francis?
Second inning.
Oh, it bumped. That was interesting. I moved it up 1, and it showed 21st inning on my.
Oh, goodness.
See?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's interesting what technology does once it starts getting hot.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not hot outside, but our equipment's black, and so the sun beating down on it is getting our laptop hot. And, of course, that has our broadcast software on it. That's where we're glitching is with our broadcast software. So on your end, it actually looks right with the exception of the scoreboard. On our end, it shows like the camera is zoomed in, and that's why I ended up moving the scoreboard down because I thought that it had glitched the scoreboard because it wasn't in sight. I guess if I'd left it alone, we would have been all right. But then we can't see it on our end, so we're doing it in the blind. So hopefully between the next game, we can get all that figured out.
And basically, we have a new game here, both exchanging blows of 4 runs each in the first and doing a quick reset and now righting the ship both offensively and defensively on each side as they were each able to record the quick 3 outs.
Verrett will take for ball 1. Verrett 1 for 1 on the afternoon. He singled back in the first to put runners on the corners. Breaking ball gets the outside corner for strike 1, and that will even it up at 1. Verrett was in a 1-1 count when he got his base hit back in the first. And that one will go to left center, and he draws another base hit on a 1-1 count.
Stepping up to the plate, third baseman, number 9, Cooper Gibson.
Cooper Gibson makes his way to the plate.
Yeah, even the picture-in-picture shows up different on my screen than normal.
Verrett extends his lead at first. Gibson 1 for 1. He shows bunt. He lays it down. This will be played by Knight. The throw to first in time.
Oh, he should have snapped through behind. Mason Gonzalez had an opportunity there.
But that moves Verrett down to second.
Yeah, Verrett actually rounded second, and had Mason had the foresight there, he could have snapped through right behind with Jacob Solis sitting there waiting, and they could have put a quick tag on
Double up
on him and got him. But yeah, just not something that you see very often.
That'll bring up Lansford. Lansford 0 for 0. He reached on an error on a fly ball to right. He lifts this one to right center. Connor Thompson comes in on it. He makes the catch, and that will retire Lansford for out number 2.
Yeah, one pitch, quick pop, not deep enough as Verrett got in position to possibly tag up, but understanding that was not nearly deep enough.
Trey Morgan makes his way to the plate. Morgan 1 for 1 with a single.
Tracy Morgan? What?
Trey Morgan.
Got a Korean out here.
Luke Schrader on deck. First pitch. This is lifted foul and goes out of play.
Yeah. We already do have somebody getting warmed up.
No, they were going after the baseball.
No. Jacob Sines is warming up.
Oh, is he?
Yes, sir. Starting to throw and getting warmed up there. He just may had a quicker way to get to that foul ball with the little extra gate that they have open in the bullpen.
Steve Kithill, let's go Raiders from Charlotte, North Carolina. Veronica Arnold, go Raiders. Kim Dye, let's go Raiders. Nona, way to go. Joshua Mann, Coach Mann, let's go Raiders. Mason Hunt, yay for video. Now go Adolfo. Audio is working at least. Thanks for the radio version. Thanks, Mason. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody with your patience with our broadcast.
Yeah, first pitch ball high to even the count, 1-1. And comes right back and does not get the strike call on a breaking pitch that caught a lot of the plate. So I'm not sure if that was low possibly, because it was not called a strike.
Doss checks for Ed, second. At pitch in for a strike.
Similar pitch to the last one, possibly, again, a little higher in the zone would be my guess, and does get the strike call there to even the count.
Deuces wild. For Trey Morgan. 2-2 with 2 out. That pitch way outside for ball 3.
Believe we have a fan of the Deuces Wild call there, Michael Francis.
We do. I believe that would be Miss Christine Hansanawai. Full count to Morgan. The payoff pitch, that's high for ball 4. And Morgan will draw the walk, put 2 aboard. That'll bring up Luke Schrader. Schrader hit into a fielder's choice.
For 31.
So I guess he might be right. I'm saying Schrader. He's saying Schroeder.
I would say Schroeder.
I don't know.
Because it doesn't have an A.
Well, it doesn't have to.
Understood, but
That bounces away from Carson Pruitt, and that will advance the runners on the wild pitch. Put runners at second and third with a 1-0 count to Schrader. Coach Crampane's going to call time and make a mound visit right quick.
What else did he mispronounce?
Oh,
I'm going to go in and correct him.
Arrivas?
Well, Reeves. He just said Reeves.
No, he said
Didn't he?
Arrivas. Arrivas. That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, E-base.
Did he give anybody? I mean, I think everybody else on ours is pretty.
He said Caro. He rolled
That's
his R.
correct.
That's not a rolled R. So
Yeah. Well, he's.
it's one R, so it's not rolled. If you have two, then it's a rolled R. Crimp's going to leave him in. Try to get this out.
Yeah, 2 outs here. Obviously now 2 on. Just wanted a quick little mental reset for the freshman. Make sure he understands the situation here and knows exactly what we need to be doing. Got a 1-0 count. Runners on. Focus on the batter. Don't worry about those guys on the base path.
Doss deals outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Schrader. Schroeder. Don't mean to mispronounce if I am. My apologies. "2-0, this is lifted foul and way out of play. It goes into the field.
Into the farmland.
Adjacent to the baseball field. Take the count 2-1.
Several foul balls that have rolled out there. I don't know if anybody got the one that was dead right behind us.
Justin Fruscella on deck. Pruitt gives the sign. The 2-1, that's high for ball 3.
Well, what you don't want to see here is make any mistake over the middle of the plate to get a good hit. You got a free base there. See a good quality pitch here. Get back in this at bat.
Pitch outside for ball 4, and that will load them for the Rangers here in the top of the 3rd. Justin Fruscella. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
He says Fruchet. He said Fruchet?
Fruscella.
Did he say
Yes.
Shayla? It
Yeah,
sounded
he
like
did.
he said Fruchet.
Yeah. My guess is Fruscella. I could be wrong. The first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Fruscella 0 for 1. He popped up to the pitcher his first time up.
Is that still Jacob? Yes.
Blake Allen on deck. That pitch in for a strike, and that will even it up. The 1-1 pitch. That is fouled back, and the count will go 1-2. Pruitt will call time. He's going to go take a little mound visit right quick. Rouse Raiders girls are playing in the softball field next door to us.
Oh, our girls are?
They're playing Burbank. But they're in the area round this week, where they're a week ahead of us.
Isn't that awesome? Get to have same field.
That right?
Great for the spectators.
The 1-2 pitch catches him looking for strike 3 call.
And out of the inning again.
Doss works himself into the jam and then works himself out of it.
Yes, he does. And
no runs on 1 hit. They leave him loaded. After 2.5, we're still knotted up at 4.
He's so poised on the mound. I mean, just nothing rattled this kid. I'll tell you what, it's just an awesome thing to see. And to know we get 3 more years of him after this, Michael, is just so cool. And
due up for the Raiders in the third, Gonzalez, Thompson, and Arribas.
how's your stream looking over there? Is it staying caught up now, or?
Yeah, it seems like staying caught up. Terry Reckoff, go Raiders from Texarkana.
Okay.
Don Miller checking in. Hey there, guys. Let's get it done in 2.
I like your mindset there, the Don.
And, of course, we also want to welcome any Smithson Valley Ranger fans listening in. Be sure to give us a shout-out for your favorite player. And for your team, we'll definitely mention it on the broadcast.
Leading off with the Raider, shortstop, number 7.
Jacob Kirk back on to pitch the Raider third, with Jacob Solis making his way to the plate. Solis 0 for 0. He drew a walk back in the first. Mason Gonzalez on deck. Nona, get your juju warmed up. Solis will take for strike 1 on the outside corner. He goes right back at it for strike 2. Nothing in 2. The count as Solis quickly falls behind. Pitch from Kirk.
No.
Wow.
That was that. I mean, he's keep creeping further and further out, and eventually you're going to see one of those called a ball, and that was it.
All right. The 1-2 pitch. That is cut on and hit first. What a play by Verrett. He'll lob it over to Kirk, covering first, and that will retire Solis for out number 1. That will go 1-3 or 3-1 on the putout as Verrett laid out for it.
Yeah, great job, as that was right down the first base line and did not look like he was going to get there, but stabbed at it late and made the play. Great job.
Mason Gonzalez stands in. He will take for ball 1.
Looks good there. Your camera here, but in the switcher is on.
Nona says, let's get those bats going.
Think
The 1-0, swing and a miss for strike 1.
it's like we can't use those other views.
Oh, you can't see him or what?
Well, look at.
Oh, well, then never mind.
No, we're just
So
show you.
OBS is messed up, right?
Three cuts off like.
Right. 1-1 the count to Gonzalez.
Well, so we still got single camera, and single camera looks great. So
1-1 pitch.
stay fair. Get down. Oh
That
yeah,
will fall in fair,
he actually tripped.
and that will be a double for Mason Gonzalez.
Trey Morgan was running and actually stubbed his toe in the turf, and it stopped him from being able to get to that ball. And then, of course, with that lefty spin going to opposite field, when the ball hit the ground, it just shot towards the fence and allowed for an extra base hit.
That'll bring up Connor Thompson. Connor Thompson 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Adolfo Arribas on deck.
What Nona says goes, and she said get the bats rolling, boys. So Gonzo did just that.
First pitch to Thompson down and away for ball 1. tell you what, I'm going to feel it on the back of my neck, brother.
Oh, I know, man.
Beating down. That pitch low.
Your hair's long enough that it's covering. If you
ball
look,
two.
don't keep looking. Yeah, see, if you do that the whole time, you're fine.
I know. That's
Me, I don't have that. I don't have the hair to.
No, you shave your head.
Yeah.
It's like I don't get enough on top, so I'm just going to get rid of all of it.
Right.
2-0 the count to Thompson. And me, I don't, once the baseball season starts, I don't cut my hair. So the 2-0, that's down and away for ball three.
You and Coach Krimping, as well, as I was giving him grief during the
unlike
banquet this week.
Unlike his hair, mine, once it starts getting long, it starts curling.
Curling, yeah. His is straight. Said he looked like a surfer with that straight hair getting in his face.
The 3-0 pitch misses low for ball four. And Thompson will draw the walk with Arribas coming to the plate. Arribas 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI single.
He's saying Rives. He just said Rives.
Well, I know the lineup sheet has it as Arribas.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, there's an...
Maybe saying E-Rives. That pitch gets the outside corner for strike one. Kirk toes in from the stretch. He gets the sign from Wells. Checks Gonzalez at second. That pitch misses low for ball one. That'll even it up.
Good job of Bryce Wells keeping that ball in front of him and keeping the runners at their respective plates or bases.
Andrew Sanchez on deck. That pitch in for a strike. And that'll take the count 1-2. Two on with one out here in the bottom of the third. That is hit foul and out of play into that field. Maybe it'll find the other baseball.
That was a rocket shot there off the bat of Arribas. Sent that one screaming foul as one of the Raiders is making his way out there to see if he can get Coach Thompson's pointing where to go. He said, way out there. Way out there. You just go. Keep going.
Just go.
Just keep going.
Jacob Kirk toes in. Takes a long look in, and Arribas will call time. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Adolfo. The 1-2 pitch. That misses for ball 2, and that will even it up.
What's wrong with that? Was that outside or?
I don't know.
Everybody seemed to think perfectly that it was a ball, but I don't know whether that one missed.
Maybe you blinked.
I didn't hear anybody going, oh my gosh, that was a bad call either, which is crazy.
The 2-2.
That was
that
it.
Catches him looking on the outside corner, a fastball.
Yeah, what are we staring at is Coach Krimping is giving Adolfo the eye there, like, man, what are we not swinging at, guys? And when everything is that close, and
I'll bring up Andrew Sanchez.
1 for 1.
Sanchez with a single.
Out to right field.
Out to right. He lays off for ball 1.
That looked to be a bit low below the zone there as Andrew Sanchez picked up on that.
The 1-0. That's low for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Sanchez. Carson Pruitt on deck.
He's able to hit the same shot that he had in the first at bat there in the first inning. That should be able to plate Mason Gonzalez from second. not the fastest, but by far not the slowest on the team, Mason Gonzalez.
The 2-0. That's down and away for ball 3. The 3-0 pitch, that's low for ball 4. And Kirk issues his second walk of the inning. And that will load the bases for Carson Pruitt. Pruitt 0 for 1. He grounded into an inning double play his first time up.
And now a quick little coach session here. Crimp calling Pruitt over to give him a little bit of advice here. You know, probably just letting him know, man, we've seen two back-to-back different approaches here with watching pitches for a strikeout and then watching pitches for the walk, and you just don't know what you're going to get right now out of Jacob Kirk. So
Momo and Popo checking in. And go Raiders.
I think this would be a discussion to Pruitt. Hey, man, if you see it and like it, let's hit it, right? Let's not wait and get down in the count and let him go to that breaking pitch, which seems to be working very, very well.
First pitch, that is chopped on. That is going to be played by Cooper Gibson. The throw to first in time, and that will do it as the Rangers work out of the jam. That'll go 5-3 on the putout of Pruitt at first to end the Raider third. They get no runs on one hit. They leave them loaded. On to the fourth we go. Due up for the Rangers in the fourth, Allen, Miller, and Wells. Jack Doss makes his way back out to pitch the fourth. Jonathan getting his groove on.
As we normally do here in playoff baseball, we are having 4 umpires for this game, which is absolutely well received, as you now have runner, first base line, third base line, and right behind second base, as well as your home plate umpire, and just makes things a lot easier to catch all the plays, have less potential for missed calls, and you don't have to rely on the field umpire that's actually standing in front of your shortstop to make a check swing call on a righty batter, which is always just blows my mind, is how can he tell from way out there whether it crossed the plate or not when you really need a official down the baseline in order to be able to confirm that. So great thing to see here in playoff baseball is there's less games being played around the district and allows for extra guys to be here.
With every round, it divides by 2, so you lose half with every round.
That's right.
The teams that are playing.
And of course, as mentioned, we have a Division I and Division II, so that will allow for 2
this year.
State champions.
Division I and Division II champions. Following the football format, that first pitch in for a strike to Allen.
And for those that haven't heard of what that's all about, that Division I is your higher populated schools.
That pitch, wild pitch, gets away from Pruitt for ball 1.
And, of course, Division II being the lower populated.
Allen struck out in the first and was hit by a pitch in the second. He ended up getting stranded at second base. The 1-1, a pitch down and away for ball 2. Doss, I think, felt like he had the strike there. P.K. Miller on deck. The 2-1. That is hit foul down the left field line for strike 2, and that will even things up at 2.
And we do have a dugout fielding percentage.
Opportunity going here. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
No, he
Oh,
didn't.
and he got and he got the actual
Got
gate.
the gate closed.
Closed the gate and running. Man,
Look at that. Pulling
double duty.
The 2-2 pitch to Allen. Check swing and a foul.
I do not have the advantage of
Dugout fielding percentage for number 22.
I don't have the advantage of a number
He's
with
wearing
that
a
player
jersey.
as he's wearing a pullover and he is a pull up, so I don't recognize the face either. But Jacob Signs is making his way back out.
That pitch misses outside.
Outside.
Ball 3, and that will work the count full. The windup and the payoff pitch. Catches him looking.
And go.
They said he went around.
Yeah, he did not have to appeal that too, as I was just talking about. Did not have to appeal it as the call was made by the home plate umpire. He definitely went around on that, and it was a no-doubter.
That'll bring up P.K. Miller. Moeller, I'm not sure.
I'm going with Miller.
Well,
but,
normally I have time before the game to actually go to the coaches and we make sure that we're enunciating right. Of course, we're at a neutral site, so we can't go to the press box crew because they don't know. It's because these people are with Hayes. That pitch misses for ball 1 to Miller. Miller 0 for 2. He is lined to first and flown out to center.
And he asked for the appeal, and
he said he held his
swing, and he did
for ball 2.
I would concur with that assessment at this particular juncture. Oh,
Bryce Wells on deck. 2-0 the count to Miller. That pitch high and inside for ball 3. The 3-0. That fit in for a strike. And the count will go 3-1. So there's usually a UIL representative here that's keeping pitch count.
Could be this guy right here.
No, I see him keeping the pitch count sheet over there. He may be wearing a Hayes hat, to be honest with you. The 3-1. Gets the outside corner for strike 2. Miller thought he had had the ball and drew the walk. The payoff pitch, this is cut on and hit foul, and that will go down the left field side.
Head coach Chad Cole, similar fashion to Coach Crimpine.
That's Kell.
Coach Kell, in similar fashion to Coach Crimpine, just watched that foul ball go by. Says, you know what? I'm doing just fine to make my way, get out of the way.
Now this is lined into left. That'll be a base hit. One on with one out for Bryce Wells. Wells 1 for 2. He has singled and flown out to center. As much overcast and inclement weather that we've seen the past few days, it's kind of nice to have a nice sunny day. That pitch down and away for ball 1.
Yeah, and not have the first rounds like we have against New Braunfels in the past where it was just an absolute scorcher. Temperatures probably mid-70s.
We played Canyon. Throw over.
Yeah.
So not to be concerned, because you do have New Braunfels like Leander. Leander, then Rouse.
I just call them, New Canyon, not the Unicorns. Yeah. Right? And the other one is the Unicorns.
The 1-0 misses outside for ball 2.
All right, looking for the signs and a quick reset there from
Pruitt calls time.
Pruitt. Was
The 2-0 delivery misses outside for ball 3.
And again, we've seen that pitch, same exact pitch, be borderline of a call. So it didn't get the call that time, and we've seen it go both ways for Jacob Kirk as well this evening, where that pitch, it's a fine line between what's too far outside.
3-0. I'm not sure that missed. But
again, I'm going to say low. It was directly over the plate, but
Number 34, Aiden.
just a little amount low there, and
Coach Kramp calls time and makes his way out to the mound.
again, second inning of getting in trouble, and yeah, that's going to be it. Jack Doss is he's not going to be happy just knowing that these have been very, very, very close pitches that he is not having them go his way, and he's just walking off disgusted and just not happy at all with only going 4 innings here, and
not happy with himself, and I don't think he's too disgusted with the umpires, but
so a quick little recap here for Jack Doss this afternoon, and
you may have to restart Game Changer.
Yeah, live stream has ended.
Well, that don't make any sense.
All right, there we go. Box score. All right. Again, crazy stuff happening here. Jack Doss goes 3 1/3 innings, allowing 5 hits. The 4 runs all in the first inning. None earned because the two of the guys were earned runs, but they were errors that allowed them to score. So, but the base runners were on his dime. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks on 73 pitches, 38 for total for strikes. So again, just a very indifferent outing from what he has been posting throughout the rest of this season, doing a really good job.
That'll bring on number 34, Jacob Signs, as he comes on in relief of Jack Doss.
Yeah, Jacob Signs able to bring in a little bit of a different arm slot and a little bit of different speed as well of a pitcher. Jacob Signs not the guy that's ever going to try to blow a fastball by you, but he's definitely going to try to Maddox you and Glavin you and just hit little spots, right? Pick the left side, right side, try to work it top to bottom, inside to out, and get the guys to chase. Has a great breaking pitch. And will pump a little fastball, but does like to get that breaking pitch for the outs. See how effective he can be, as now we have seen both teams have to go to their second pitcher. Smithson Valley doing it just a bit earlier than the Raiders, as they had to do that in the first inning.
Hayden Verrett makes his way to the plate. He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And he will take, for a strike, a little off-speed pitch.
So neither of the starting pitchers is going to be on the hook for the decision in this game, as they both were exiting with a tied 4-4.
That pitch way outside for ball 1, and that will even it up at 1. We're an hour and 20 minutes into this contest. This is fouled back and out of play for strike 2.
All right, Coach Thompson's on it, so make sure they had somebody to see where that ball went. Foul.
That is fouled back. Barrett chases one high.
And that immediately is going to bring Carson Pruitt over to say, give a little bit of a pep talk to Jacob Sines. I think this is going to be a, hey man, let's now that he's chased a little high, let's see if we can get him on the low pitch or keep climbing the ladder.
The 1-2 catches him looking. As the Raiders retire Barrett for the first time tonight, or this afternoon.
That outside pitch is what this umpire really likes. I mean, that pitch was.
If the Rouse fans hadn't cheered like that, Jonathan, I don't think he would have called it.
It's difficult to say whether he would, man.
It would help him make his decision.
I mean, the pitch was outside from our view.
It was.
But again, he hasn't been calling, but that's against a lefty batter as well. So all lefty batters always tend to get.
Well, we thought the same thing when Caro struck out from the left side.
Yeah. There it is. Go back to the exact same spot there. It's going to be very effective against the lefties. And
Cooper Gibson stands in.
We do have a pitch runner being called for by Coach Kale. And
that'd be a courtesy runner.
Number 20.
Which
I don't have.
Wells was the catcher. I couldn't make that out.
What we're going to do is I'm going to. Number 20 is Braden O'Malley. Remember him from last year.
The 0-1, that's outside for ball one. That will even things up.
Braden O'Malley. And we're going to do this real quick. We're going to come over here.
2 on with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th. We're still knotted up at 4. That pitch inside for ball 2. 2-1.
All right. I just sent the pictures to me. So now I have them.
Swing and a miss for strike 2, and that will even it up.
Deuce is wild.
Deuce is wild for Gibson. But actually, he's got 4 of a kind. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out with 2 on.
Yeah, loaded with deuces.
He's got a handful of deuces, 4 of a kind. Only thing would beat him would be a straight flush, right? And pitch inside for ball 3.
Correct.
Signs come set. The payoff pitch. That comes back to Signs. He'll lob it over to first, and that will do it.
Great.
The Raiders get out of the inning.
Job, Jacob Signs, to come in and right the ship as Jack Doss got 2 on with only 1 out and able to take care of the guy that's done the most damage for the Rangers at the plate and set him down, strike out looking, and then get the little ground out there to finish the inning.
Raiders have stranded 4 base runners, and Smithson Valley 5 through 4 innings. Raiders have stranded 3 or 4 through 3 innings.
Yeah, so you've seen a lot of that, haven't we?
Yeah.
And in these little pitchers' duels where, again, didn't look like it was going to start out that way with 4 runs on each side, and then guys have really started to settle down a little bit better. And
you go back to Lockhart in the last game of the season, where the Raiders won 1-0, but they stranded 10 base runners.
yes, yeah. Yeah, we've had a few of those, where we've had 10 and 11 base runners stranded. I mean, it's definitely
Due up for the Raiders, Knight, Graves, and Carl. That is your 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Knight is 0 for 1. He struck out looking back in the second.
Hot. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than
Hot diet Dr. Pepper.
That's nasty. That leaves a bad aftertaste in your mouth.
I got the water down here, so we're good, but I figured I'd have that at least for this game before I dove into my water, but we're all good.
First pitch
Get
tonight.
out there, baby. Go.
We'll get into deep outfield, and I say deep outfield, deep infield.
Yeah, actually ended up still being played by Blake Allen off the tip. Scott Knight able to get on, and he actually, Blake Allen trying to see if he had himself an opportunity. Scott Knight rounded hard like he was going to round first, and of course, great job by Manny Perez over there. No, get here. They're throwing it. So that's why you have a base coach over there, and you want to listen to him.
Urives, throw over to first, not in time. Urives is 0 for 1. He has been hit by a pitch and has flown out to right. He shows bunt and fouls this one off for a strike. Jacob Kirk on the mound, still on the mound for the Rangers, as he's come in after Luke Williams, who only goes a third, and he has settled in and has taken it the rest of the way so far. Throw over to first, not in time, as Knight dives back in safely.
Giving a lot of attention to Scott Knight over there, and that can actually sometimes work to your advantage. It takes their attention away from the batter and have a tendency to throw a few more balls in there than what they normally would.
And again, our Graves shows bunt, fouls it away for strike 2. 0-2 the count to Graves. And of course, coach is just looking off and
yeah, I mean he's just
like, come on, execute.
He needs some execution here, and we've definitely seen some lack thereof. And
pitch down and away for a ball, and that will take the count 1-2.
So I corrected the announcer. So we'll see. We'll see if he goes, oh, like he immediately was like, oh, okay, I got it.
A throw to first, not in time. Barrett thought he had him.
Just because the ball was thrown lower, but, that was it.
Well, he
had him on the waist. Yeah, hit him on the waist, but there's obviously another.
His hand was already on back.
3-4 feet of him that's on the.
Again, the throw over.
Dude, let's play ball here. Come on. And again, that's like throw over number 8.
That's baseball.
I'll tell you what, man.
It's baseball.
Well, not in the majors anymore.
Oh, that's right. You can only go.
They can only do
twice.
No, they can do, I think, 3 times.
The 1-2, that is fouled away.
He stays alive there, as that was a bit of a indifferent swing from Adrian Graves. He went to look like he was going to step out, recognized that was a breaking pitch that was going to get over the plate, so he knew he had to swing at it. So great job there of at least making enough contact to foul it off to see another pitch.
Again, a throw over to first.
Yeah, and again, just, for pace of play in a major league ballpark or game, they've gone to the pitch count, and they've gone to the batter's count, and they've gone to the now.
The 1-2, that is hit over to third. This could end up being 2, and it'll just be 1.
Yeah, gosh, and he almost was able to get in there because that throw was high from Cooper Gibson, and had Scott Knight been there just about a half a second earlier, he could have slid under and been safe. Oh, yeah. This isn't up there yet. So
yeah. That'll bring up Christian Caro. 1 away. Caro has walked and struck out looking. Jacob Solis on deck. Throw over to first.
Here we go again.
This is a fly ball to left. Trey Morgan in on it. He'll make the catch in foul territory. Throw to first will not be in time as Graves makes his way back. Morgan actually catches that in foul territory. 2 away for Jacob Solis.
Yeah, able to get to that ball. Didn't stub his toe this time, so he did previously, and able to get to that, and then showed off a little bit of an arm there to see if he could tag up.
Throw to first in time. Or not in time, I'm sorry. Not in time.
It almost was, is actually Adrian almost got caught leaning the wrong direction there, but was able to make the pivot back and dive in and stay safe. We get the pickoff count clock going here. Pitch counter. There you go.
That pitch on a time.
Got him.
Throw in time as Wells throws to Allen to get Graves at second base. That'll go 2-6 on the putout of Graves to end the Raider fourth. They get no run. They get no runs on one hit, and they leave them empty. On to the fifth we go. Due up for the Rangers, Lansford, Morgan, and Schrader. Michelle Nelson checking in. Let's go Raiders. Jacob Signs back out to pitch the fifth.
And there's O'Malley. Copper top. O'Malley.
Reminds you of Jay Satwell.
Yep. Yep, they are fiery redheads, those two. So Jacob Signs will get to start with a clean inning this time, as he did inherit 2 runners with a 1 out in his last inning.
He's facing the middle of the order. 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Well, he saw 5 and 6, so right? 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
He saw 5
and 6.
No, actually 4 and 5.
4 and 5. Yeah.
Sorry, 4 and 5.
Okay. I was about to say, because that 4 was the first strikeout against their cleanup, and that was Barrett, who up to that point was 2 for 2 with 2 very crisp hits. One to right center, the other one to left center.
Lansford makes his way to the plate. Lansford has reached on an error and has flown out to center. That pitch in for a strike.
Well, now here we are with the
sun back on top of it.
Sun back up here, and
that pitch misses outside for ball 1. That will even it up. The 1-1, he lays off for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Lansford.
That definitely drew some
a little chatter. Had his chopped on and hit back to Science at first. The throw over in time. That'll go 1-3. On the put out of Lansford.
Now batting number 5, Trey Morgan.
Trey Morgan will make his way. He is 1 for 1. He has singled and walked. Luke Schroeder on deck. This is hit into left. This will be a base hit for Morgan.
Yeah, jumping on the first pitch there was Morgan and sending that to shallow left field. played on one hop by Adrian Graves, and 1 on, 1 out.
All the scoring in this contest happened in the first inning. That pitch misses. That's one he didn't call a strike.
That was the sweet spot there normally, and not getting the call this time.
Morgan extends his lead at first. Signs from the stretch, the 1-0. This is an infield fly. Jacob Signs in on it. Makes the catch. Now Solis.
That's always the crazy part. We got a Jacob Signs pitching and a Jacob Solis right behind him at shortstop. So Jacob fielded that. Oh,
all right. That's 2 away for Justin Fuschella. First pitch to Fuschella high for ball 1. One on with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. That pitch stays high for ball 2.
There we go.
He's taking care of that.
Didn't quite work.
You should have wore a collared shirt so that way you could have turned the collar up. I guess I can do the same because I'm definitely feeling it on the back of mine as well. We'll see. The 2-0 delivery, that hits him.
Actually hit him on behind his back on his elbow.
That'll put 2 on for Blake Allen. Allen is 0 for 2. He has 2 strikeouts and a hit by pitch. Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm going to the Wayback Time Machine. The first pitch to Allen's high for ball 1. Moeller on deck.
There we go.
There you go. I guess if you can
My flowing hair.
put up with that.
Oh, yeah.
The 1-0, this is lifted to left. Adrian Graves comes in on it and makes the catch. And that will retire Allen for out number 3.
Getting a worried there for a little bit that he was not going to be able to get in on that as Adrian Graves, the wind was sort of knocking that ball down and not allowing it to travel. Yeah, for sure. I mean, at first off the bat, it was like, oh, that's deep. Oh, no. The wind is blowing in from left field, so that was high enough that it really just knocked it down considerably.
Jacob Kirk makes his way back out to the mound to pitch the Raider 5th. Due up for the Raiders, Solis, Gonzalez, and Thompson.
There we go. That's better. Making some adjustments there to my flowing locks here as I just, good thing about wearing 2 shirts tonight.
So Nona needs to be working her magic with Blake due up.
Yes, he is. And once again, if you're just joining us, all the runs scored in the first inning, 4-4. Sort of errors on both sides as we had 2 fielding errors that allowed 4 runs to come across, even though we had the first 2 batters out for the Rangers. And then for the Raiders, they did get the advantage of a hit batter and a walked-in run. So that brought the first 2 runs, and then a hit recorded the next 2. So they weren't errors by the Rangers, but they were walks and hit batters. So that created this situation there.
The first pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Solis has walked and he's grounded to first on an outstanding play by Aiden Verrett.
Of course, Jacob Kirk steps off, walks around, decides to give himself a little mental reset for the next pitch.
Nona says she is trying her best.
We know you are, and
That pitch misses for a ball.
It's been working. Nona, you keep it up.
Mason Gonzalez on deck. Wells gives the sign. The 1-1 pitch. That's low for ball two. The 2-1.
There we go.
A base knock into right center.
There's what we're looking for. Leadoff hit. Big Gonzo now up, and
Gonzo is doubled and been hit by a pitch.
looking to keep his on-base percentage at 1,000 in this game.
The first pitch to Gonzalez.
Got it. Oh,
Got it, Jonathan?
I had it. Just out of the stretch of my glove.
That was fouled off.
Oh, I don't.
Strike one.
I don't have a glove. My hat can
Yes,
be
you
a
have.
glove. Yeah.
But next year
Oh, there
That
it
pitch
is.
gets the corner for a strike two.
There's that spot. Jacob Kirk as well as Jacob Signs both taking advantage of that area that's being called strike this afternoon.
Throw over to first, not in time as Solis dives back safely. The 0-2. Check swing, he lays off for ball one.
I'd like to give two shout-outs of my own,
What's that?
Mr. Francis. One to my lovely wife, Monica, at home for our 22nd anniversary today.
Oh, congratulations.
And the second to my daughter, turning 16 today.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Ainsley.
16. It's like you don't feel old until they
Week
start
16,
getting older,
right?
right? And then you really start feeling it.
The 1-2, this is hit foul and out of play. Has Gonzalez way out ahead on that one. That is chopped on.
Chopping it, keep chopping it, keep chopping. Get out of his hands. There we
Gets
go.
away from him, and they will reach on the error by Justin Frusciella.
I gave it that voodoo on the bounce. I'm like, keep hopping, man. That
will
that
be an
hop.
E4 on Frusciella.
The more it hops, the more bad things that can happen to an infielder. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. He charged it. He didn't let the ball play him, but it just, when he did get to it, it was between hops and not able to field it cleanly.
You have a runner in scoring position.
Oh, I didn't switch it. Sorry.
And Thompson lays down the bunt. Throw to first will be in time, but the runners move over on the sacrifice.
The towel must have hit it because I didn't change it. Sorry, folks. I did not mean to have that change off of the behind the plate view, but I don't think we missed anything there.
Hey, everybody cheered because he said it right.
Yeah, he's not one. He's too professional over there. I can't acknowledge that.
That is fouled off for strike one. Enriquez is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out looking. Mr. PA.
Yes.
I pride myself on saying
We always want to get
saying
names
everybody's
right,
names
you know?
right. The 0-1 fastball inside for ball one. That will even it up.
Just like Ioretgoina. Ioretgoina. Yeah.
Coach Mann say, please, please. I'm assuming that was on the hopper to second, on the E4.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that.
He lays off for ball two.
Not another close pitch to lay off, but.
Go ahead run just 90 feet away with one out here in the top of the fifth. Jacob Kirk on the mound for the Rangers.
With your
Andrew
best hitting
Sanchez on deck.
Raider at the plate.
That is fouled off for strike two, and that will even it up at 2.
He has wielded that bat very, very well this year.
Yeah.
Has Adolfo Rivas.
He led the team, and I think the district in
He
batting
led
average.
the district in batting average. Yes, sir.
2-2. That is hit
Oh,
to first, played by Brett. Throw the ball.
Yes, everybody's safe.
And everybody is safe.
Very, very good feel there.
That'll end up being an infield single.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden Barrett did exactly what you would expect. He went to field the ball and went to go ahead and make the throw home. Problem was, the ball came out of his glove a little bit, and he had to reset himself before he could make that throw, and that was just enough to allow the run to come across. And
Charlie Rouse in the house. Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
Our school namesake, Charlie
Now we can say whose house?
Whose house? Rouse. Well, if
Coach Mann
is here.
Oh, I got you, Coach Mann. I got you. I'll get that started. Of course, I tried.
So
I tried at the banquet to get that cheer started, and nobody followed me.
We're going to have a pinch runner come in for Rive.
And it's not going to be. That's number 13. So that is not a normal runner for us. Again, playoffs. We do have a lot of extra guys that have been called up.
Dylan Glenn.
And that is number 13, which is
Dylan Glenn.
Dylan Glenn.
Andrew Sanchez will make his way to the plate. He has singled and walked. Swing and a miss as he chases one low.
Well, he was looking to
go yard.
Throw one deep on that swing.
And Mason Hunt letting us know that's Dylan Glenn.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you for that. Kirk steps off and looks Gonzalez back to third and then turns to look to first to see if Glenn was going to take off and maybe get into a pickle.
Yes, Glenn did. He did not step off. And great job by Dylan Glenn, startling Jacob Kirk and getting a balk called against him.
And Coach Kell is going to come out and talk to the umpire.
Yeah, and Jacob Kirk, don't come walk over and talk to the umpire. That's how you get yourself in trouble. Oh, no doubt. And Coach even told him, hey, man, and the umpire's like, go back to the mound. This is for the coaches to decide. But he did not step off. He made a move first, then he stepped off. Problem is the move was already made. The damage was done, and in comes a run, and now we have a runner at second. Another run has come in to now make it 6-4 for your Rouse Raiders, and great job, like Coach I said, by Dylan Glenn.
I'm sure he wants to go out and talk to Kirk because Kirk's upset and try to settle him in.
For sure.
To get his focus back in the ball game. I mean, you're only down by 2 runs, and that's just, I mean, at this point, this game is still up in the air.
Yeah, like I said, Dylan Glenn was doing exactly what he was told to do and disrupt the eyesight of Jacob Kirk. You got a runner at third. If you can at least draw a possible throw, they do a lot of delayed steals and other ways of making that happen. But what you're looking to do is draw the line of sight from and induce a bad throw or a balk situation like that, and possibly give your runner at third an opportunity to score. And it happened, but it was done with the balk, and that also allows him to go to second. So now the force is gone with only one out.
Sanchez in an 0-1 count. Kirk from the stretch. He checks Glenn at second. The throw home. This is fouled back. A pitch in on the hands for strike 2. Carson Pruitt on deck.
Andrew Sanchez has been on both of those pitches, and hopefully we see him dialed in, and we have the Raider girls softball team.
They got smiles on their faces, so I'm assuming they won. Glenn takes off to third, and he picks up a stolen base. Wow.
Yes.
Wheel.
Great speed there from Dylan Glenn, and that was a ball. No, that was a strike call. Ball call, excuse me. That was a ball call. It's a great looking pitch, but didn't get the third strike call.
1-2 the count to Sanchez. That pitch in the dirt. In the turf, rather.
Bounces that one in the brown turf. Or dirt, whichever you want to call it, right?
Well, I mean.
Sorry, folks. I always give Michael grief. He goes, that was in the dirt. I said, there's no dirt out there. There's brown turf.
For the baseball purist, it's the dirt, right? 2-2 the count to Sanchez. The 2-2 pitch. This is high infield fly. Verrett in on it. He makes the catch in foul territory for out number 2.
That could have been a massive collision there had Andrew Sanchez not been paying attention. 34, Aiden Verrett's coming down the line to make that pop fly.
And both those are big guys.
And that's what I'm saying. That would have been a big collision.
Weight-wise, I would say Verrett probably has the advantage.
But you got Andrew Sanchez running up the line.
Right. I think Sanchez goes, 6'3"?
Oh, 6'4".
4?
Yeah, he's I think.
We're going to have a pinch hitter. Colby
Driscoll coming in to hit for Carson Pruitt.
And we're in the 5th, right?
Yes, sir. Bottom of 5.
I try to write them in when they come in. Scott Knight on deck. Did he say Colton Driscoll?
I don't know what he said. I'm over this guy at this point.
Facing Kirk for the first time. The first pitch from Kirk in for a strike. That's the first time he's called that pitch.
Yeah, it looked a little bit.
Afternoon.
Looked low, but I mean, it's definitely over the plate. So give him the benefit of the doubt and we'll call it a strike.
Kirk comes set. The 0-1 delivery. That's down and away for ball 1.
Again, now with 2 outs and 2 have come in to break open the tie, and would love to get another runner across.
Driscoll calls time. 1-1 the count.
Would love to reward Dylan for his base running, as he's done a great job, and he looks like he will probably be that guy.
The 1-1, that's high. For ball 2. 2-1. I don't see any activity over in the Ranger bullpen.
No, sir.
2 balls, 1 strike count to Driscoll. That pitch just up out of the zone. He's called that a strike before.
Yeah, he has against the righty batters. That one that's on the same side as, the lefties have been getting called that a little outside. And
he's liked that high pitch and has called that a strike throughout the day. I'm not sure why he didn't call that one.
They're smiling, like you said.
The 3-1.
Oh, and that was called a strike.
It goes right back to that same corner.
And he called it that time. And
that will take the count full.
That was further outside than the last pitch that he called a ball. So
maybe a makeup call.
I'm seeing if I could get the attention. Coach Thompson's giving knuckle bumps to all the girls that are coming over here to watch their
Kirk takes a long look in.
baseball counterparts playing their playoff game.
He comes set. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss as he chases the high fast cheese. Fastball.
High fast cheese. The high fast cheese.
My tongue got ahead of my mouth. The Raiders get 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1. After 5 complete, it's 6-4 Rouse. On to the 6th we go. Due up for the Rangers in the 6th. Moeller, Wells, and Barrett.
Eventually, I'll maybe be able to get somebody's attention up here.
So on the in between, we need to go find out. While I'm trying to take care of OBS, you can go get pronunciations.
Yes, for the team, for sure. You know, that's always the key there is when you have the ability to call somebody's name, these boys, they have an opportunity to hear this back at any point, would always love to hear their names pronounced correctly.
Go Colby.
And I am not seeing.
I know it's late to say that, but it came up on the chat. So
yeah, go
I
Colby.
missed that. Go Colby. Jacob Sines makes his way back out.
Do we have
To pitch
score
the 6th.
updates would be my question.
Now for the Rangers, number 12, PK Miller.
Okay, he's saying Miller.
Christine can't tell. I'm sitting there playing around with my shadow on her phone because she's sitting right here directly in front of us.
Miller stands in. He's 1 for 3.
I was
That
seeing the
pitch in
shadow
for a
and I'm
strike.
messing with you. Seeing if we can get
Yeah.
some updates here real quick from
Thinking.
around the
He's lined to third, and he's flown out to center.
playoffs.
That pitch outside for ball 1.
All right, Bernie Champion is now up 18-5. Oh, they won. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that is a sweep of Cedar Park, winning 14-4 and 18-5. So Cedar Park is one and done.
He didn't call that one. That was a ball, and that'll take the count 2-1 on what the fans thought was a strike call.
Yeah. One and done. And now Liberty Hill has also won 5-2 over Piper. So they are done and have moved on
That is fouled off.
in the playoffs for the first time in the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, folks, Glenn is winning 7-6 in the bottom of the 6th. They are still up to bat with only 1 out, and they are up 7-6.
Pitch down and away.
That is absolutely
all 3.
awesome to see.
Works into a full count.
And they won 5-0. Okay, beautiful. And Rouse girls softball did win 5-0. Got that update.
The payoff pitch from Sines
Again, right down the middle.
misses low for ball 4, and Miller will draw the walk. That'll bring up Bryce Wells. Wells has singled. He's flown out to center, and he's walked. Well, you remember the last time we were here, they had their booster club had fresh squeezed lemonade and
Yes, and kettle
corn.
corn.
First pitch inside for ball 1.
But that was for their games, right? So
Right, yeah. Coach Crippine is going to call time.
So I know that Driscoll was going to be on tap to come out of the dugout, out of the bullpen in this game. And now that he has come in to pinch hit, that takes him out of the equation, doesn't it? He's not allowed to re-enter as a pitcher. But again, 2 games, so you do have Cooper Dye as well as several other arms. Adrian Graves.
Is it Grant? No, that Grant Jackson doesn't have a glove. I don't see anybody going to the bullpen.
Yeah, no, I don't know what they're doing.
One on with nobody out here in the top of the sixth.
Oh, my
First pitch,
goodness.
that almost hit him, and he called
It
it a
did. I
strike.
don't know how he called that a strike. I mean, that literally almost hit him. Had he not moved out of the way, it would have hit him. And it didn't break that crisply that it could have made its way back over the plate. So
Ferret on deck. The 1-1.
same exact pitch. And that's a ball. Okay. I mean, that's the makeup pitch to the last one.
That was a strike right there, but the previous one was definitely a ball.
Yeah. So, I mean, makeup pitch of a no call there. And
2-1, the count to Wells. The throw over to first, not in time as Miller gets back in safely.
again, back to that term we hate to use for home plate umpires, but he's consistently inconsistent. So
The 2-1. There'll be no throw down to second as Miller will pick up a stolen base. 3-1 the count to Wells.
and now we do have somebody warming up, and that's
like Cooper
probably
Dye.
Cooper Dye, yeah, for sure. Cooper Dye is now starting to get warm in the bullpen. Again, that was sort of where we expected things to go now that Colby Driscoll is not able to come in from the bullpen.
This is hit out to center field. Connor Thompson in on it.
Please run on him, please.
Oh, my goodness.
Please run, please.
That would
Cooper Dye, Connor Thompson uncorks one there with the potential. He ran back, did the base runner, Miller. PK Miller actually takes off, understanding that Connor Thompson was going to get to that. He goes back and acted like he was going to tag up, and Connor Thompson lets one fly, and absolute BB all the way down to Scott Knight at third, and would have beat Miller by 3 or 4 steps.
Brett is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and struck out looking. This is hit back up the middle. This will get into center field. Thompson has it. The throw home will not be in time, and Miller will score on the RBI single from Barrett.
Yes, he does. And again, Connor got the ball there just a little late up the line. And
Now batting, number 9, Cooper Gibson.
so that's back-to-back solid hits. One, obviously, to the glove of Connor Thompson, the other one up the middle. And
this has popped up
possibly
into foul territory.
Got Knight giving chase, and the sun
just hits the fence and goes foul for strike one to Cooper Gibson.
Wind aided in that one as started making its way left, and the wind just pushed it even further away and not allowing Scott Knight to make a play on it. But it is a strike, which we'll take. Double play alive here, double play ball alive, as we've seen a lot of weak
swing and a miss as he chases an off-speed pitch.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of weak grounders from Jacob Signs, as well as those little dink pop flies. Been very effective up to this point. The guys are able to square one up. They're able to put a lot of power behind it.
The 0-2, that is hit back up the middle. Solis has it to second for one.
Oh.
And I'm not sure what happened.
He didn't. He dropped the ball in the transition.
Okay.
So Jacob Solis makes the play deep in the hole. Throws it over to Christian Caro. Christian, in the process of trying to transfer, the ball came loose out of his glove, and he wasn't able to get a hand on it to turn the double play. But again, exchanging an out for another base runner to stay at first. We'll take it.
Andrew Lansford comes to the plate. He has reached on an error. He's flown out to center, and he's grounded to first. Pitched low for ball one, or grounded back to the pitcher. Ball one. And Kell.
They're electing to
pinch run?
Pinch run, maybe?
Oh, there is some activity going in the Ranger bullpen. Yeah, they're going to pinch run, number 37.
37. I should have my phone out. That's what I should do. It is Jace Dixon. Number 37 is the one that has come in. And I will leave it
Ray Morgan on deck.
out here. That's what I will do.
1-0 count to Lansford. Signs come set. The 1-0 delivery. This is fouled back. And that will be a strike. And that will even up the count.
Cooper Dye continues to get warm in the bullpen for the Raiders.
High for ball two.
And warming up now.
2-ball, 1-strike count to Andrew Lansford. Lansford, the designated hitter for the Rangers.
Warming up for Smithson Valley is number 31, and that is Luke Schroeder.
That pitch high for ball three.
Of course, Luke Schroeder has been in right field.
The 3-1 pitch, a breaking ball for strike two.
Beautiful pitch right there from Jacob Signs. Just a little floater in. Drops in for a strike to even
And
make it full.
Count goes full. Signs come set. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. And that will do it for the Rangers' sixth. They get one run on one hit, and they leave one. After 5.5, it's 6-5.
Oh, and now
Rouse.
the Lady Raiders have now decided to shift from up the third base line and gather right here behind home plate. And
Jacob Kirk makes his way back out to the mound to pitch the Raider sixth. Due up for the Raiders in the sixth, Knight, Graves, and Carl.
okay, but who's now going into right field? Because Schrader is warming up in the bullpen. He was their right fielder, and they do not have anybody out there yet.
They don't have any outfielders yet. There goes one.
12 and 5.
That is Trey Morgan and
Miller. Oh, okay, there he goes. They let him know, hey, man, you got to go out and play your position now. Stop warming up. So it is Miller that has made his way back out to right field. So no defensive changes here for the Smithson Valley Rangers. Number 3, let me just confirm that the second baseman is, second baseman's the same. Yep. No defensive changes.
Scott Knight makes his way to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He has struck out looking and singled. Adrian Graves on deck.
So again, the 9-1-2 batters.
He will take for a ball. I know.
Ball was the call there by the home plate umpire.
The 1-0. This is a towering high fly ball, and it is going to go foul just off the batting cages.
I'll tell you what.
From the batting cages.
No wind on that, and that ball had a chance, but the wind just shifting it, pushing it even further foul, as it was a towering fly ball. But I'll tell you what, he didn't miss hit that by much.
That is hit foul down the left side for strike 2. 1-2 the count
Would
tonight.
love to see him straighten that out, that last swing and hit, and flatten it out as well, and that will rattle around in the corner for an easy extra base hit.
Mason Hunt, let's go Signs. Signs got out of that inning. That pitch high for ball 2, and that will even things up. Nona says, you can do it, Raiders. Believe by faith. This is a first of a 2-game set this afternoon. The 2-2. That's low for ball 3. The count works full. Kirk toes in. He winds and deals. That's low.
That's a strike.
Actually
Yeah,
called it a strike.
that was a
Catches him looking
pretty pitch. Just
for the second time.
cannot continue to let those close pitches go past and not offer at him. And I don't understand why that is continuing to happen in this game, especially if you know that it could go either way with a home plate umpire that's been doing that.
That pitch outside for ball 1 to Graves.
Do not put it in his hands. You do not leave it up to him. And if you don't like it so much, foul it off. See another pitch.
Graves has been hit by a pitch. He's flown out to right, and he's hit into a fielder's choice. That pitch in for a strike.
Much to the dismay of the Raider faithful.
The 1-1 pitch. This is hit over to short. Allen has it. The throw to first.
And
was in time, but it bounced into Perrette's glove, and he will reach on to E3.
Yeah,
That's a rare
hopper.
That's a rare E3.
Yeah, one hopper there right to his glove. And like you said, the ball did beat Adrian Graves to the bag, and it's not able to come up with it cleanly. And
just on the one hopper and into the glove and out of the glove. Because when it came up, it hit off the heel of the glove and bounced away from
He knew it as soon as it happened. He just bowed his head and shook himself off in disgust that was on him.
Throw over to first, not in time.
What do you know? Another throw over to first.
Let's not go there. They're playing ball. He's doing what his coach is telling him to do.
I know.
Because he's getting a signal from the catcher.
The Doss claim in the house.
For ball 1 to Caro. Caro is walked. He is struck out looking, and he is flown out to left. Graves extends his lead at first. The 1-0. That's high for ball 2. There is somebody throwing in the Ranger bullpen, but he's wearing his warm-up jersey or warm-up shirt.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell who that is.
Throw over to first, not in time as Carl shows bunt. Luke Schroeder is loose. He warmed up in between the innings. The 2-0.
Here it is.
That's in for a called strike on the outside corner. That will take the count 2-1.
Again, that's another thing. I mean, you have an opportunity to at least take one, get the first strike out of the way, but I'm telling you, man, as wishy-washy as these calls have been, I'd be getting after it.
Throw to first. Not in time. Again to first. Usually when you see somebody go to first, they're trying to give their relief pitcher more time to get.
Yeah, if they're up in a quick spot for sure.
That pitch high and inside for ball 3.
Where that one?
That'll take it 3-1.
Yeah, that was a good one to wear there for Christian Caro. That was a weak breaking pitch that brushed him off the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. This is fouled back and out of play.
Oh,
And we'll take
it
the count full.
looked like that one wanted to stay in, but just bounces off the pavement there and over the fence, back into the field.
Kirk comes set. Throw over to first. Not in time. That pitch high for ball 4, and Carl draws the walk.
Another close
Bring
one.
up Solis. 2 on with nobody out. Or actually 1 out with Knight struck out. As Coach Kell is going to call time. And
maybe that person's warming up just so they can get their arm ready to go out in right field, but we will see what happens here. This is first visit?
Yeah, first visit for the inning.
For Jacob Kirk here.
In this inning. He came back in the previous inning. He didn't take the ball from him.
No, it was
he
just
offered it.
Quick talk.
Coach Kell didn't take it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
he
he's
is. He's like, how you feeling, buddy? And
so
he was ready to give him the ball.
Luke Schrader.
So that means we will have a new right fielder. We'll have to see who that is as his teammates come to meet him as his night is over. Gosh, it's a midday game, and we keep saying night. So Schrader's day.
Number
I'm
10.
sorry,
Number
Schrader
10.
is in.
Number 10 is
Number 10 is the new right fielder. And that is going to be Elliott Hyde. Elliott Hyde, Hyde, Elliott Hyde. Comes in to replace Schrader in right field as Schrader comes in to replace
Schrader, lefty.
Jacob Kirk. And with his day being over, Jacob Kirk goes 5 innings, allowing 5 hits, no earned runs, 2 runs scored on 5 strikeouts and 3 walks, throwing a total of 95 pitches, 58 for strikes. So he was, quite a few pitches there through 5 innings of work at 95 pitches. And that's another reason probably to pull him is he had a pretty high pitch count there, only getting another 15 pitches total that he was allowed to throw. Five pitches, 58 for strikes. Have my hand on the volume button, obviously.
Tones of Jonathan Kaspar.
All right, so here we go.
Jacob Solis.
2 on, 1 out.
He has walked, he has grounded to first, and he has singled. That pitch is way outside.
First pitch offering there from the lefty is way outside.
Well, Charlie Rouse wearing his cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah. He said, I knew the sun's out.
This is a deep hit to right center. That'll be deep enough to move Graves over on the sac fly to center.
I don't know that anybody has decided to go get that other foul ball.
Runners on the corners for Mason Gonzalez. Gonzalez has been hit by a pitch. He has singled and he's reached on an error. Connor Thompson on deck. Schroeder deals. That's low for a ball.
Oh,
and
a great
Earl will
pitch to run on.
to second. Runners at second and third, and the ball 1 count.
Yeah, great
To
pitch to
Mason
run on.
Gonzalez.
Is that just not only did it barely make the plate, but it just bounced around there and not able to be caught cleanly by Bryce Wells. And now New Braunfels and Glenn is tied. They have gone into extra innings at the start. They just started the top of the 5th. So New Braunfels is up to bat.
The 1-0. This is
Ball.
hit to right.
That's 2 runs.
That will score 2 runs. That's to the
On
fence.
a double by Mason
Great.
Gonzalez.
Scored on the 2 RBI. Double by Mason Gonzalez.
And here comes the bubbles. As another great piece of hitting from Mason Gonzalez. He absolutely turned on that. Normally one of the harder matchups, lefty on lefty.
Lefty-lefty matchup, as you just mentioned. And Colton Mott is going to pitch run.
Jack Doss ran out of the dugout with the glove, but it was almost like he was wanting to go in and relieve him and run for Mason Gonzalez. Not quite the wheels that you want on second.
Colton Mott, a speedy little freshman.
Yes, Colton Mott has come in.
And he's had an outstanding season, and Coach Crimpine has nothing but praise to say about Colton Mott.
Yeah, those scrappy guys, I absolutely love watching them play ball.
That pitch into Thompson for a strike. Thompson has struck out, he has walked, and he has sacrificed bunted.
We'll have a really good opportunity here with anything that gets out into the outfield to plate another run.
That's popped up.
Away.
That's going to get out of play.
Just barely.
And that'll put Thompson in a 2-strike count.
But again, that wind is just assisting on those really high foul balls to keep pushing them out of the ballpark.
Schrader comes set. The 0-2 delivery. Throw down the third. Not in time. He picks up a stolen base. I told you, Mott was fast.
Yes, he does. He is quick. He just scampers on down there. Oh, wait. They appealed it. They appealed it, evidently, and said he was out.
Well, I think they said that Thompson was out of the box.
Oh, that Thompson didn't stay in the box and interfered with the throw. Okay, I didn't see that, but yes, I was making the adjustments to the.
So I'm not sure. While Thompson was at the plate in an 0-2 count, did they call him out or did they call the runner out?
Well, they call him out, I believe, because he's in there for interference. So it's interference on his part. Well, I don't know. It's the interference on his part, but the base runner is called.
Because I was writing in the book.
Yeah,
where's
Mr.
Hosmanawat? He can tell us. I don't see anybody nearby that I can ask.
Nonetheless, we did get another 2 runs across to bring the lead now to 3, 8-5. Jacob Sines makes his way out, which could be the final 3 outs for Smithson Valley.
We'll know for sure if they called the runner out or they called.
If Jacob comes back up.
Comes back out to lead off the 7th if necessary.
If necessary, yeah, again.
But I'm going to leave it like that for right now.
Possibly 3 outs away.
Due up for the Rangers, Morgan, Schroeder, and Fruschella. That is their 7, 8, and 9 hitters. With Jacob Sines on the mound. The first pitch to Morgan, down and away for ball one. We do have somebody getting loose, but that doesn't look like Die, or is it? Yeah, I think it is Die. The 1-0, a fastball low for ball two.
Yes, it is Cooper Dye again, number 15. I would imagine if anybody gets on in any way that would make
That
room.
pitch in for a strike. When the count goes 2-1.
Yeah, that would make room for Cooper Dye to go ahead and come in as coach not wanting to run any risk. Here, Jacobs pitched a great few innings.
Had his hit over into the gap. It's short and so deep there will not be a throw. That'll be a leadoff single for Morgan, and Morgan has just had an afternoon today. As he goes 3 for 3 with a walk. That will bring up Schrader. Schrader has walked. He's hit into a fielder's choice, and he has popped up to short. Change up on the outside corner for a strike. Justin Frusciella on deck. Raiders leading this one 8-5. That pitch high and outside for ball three. Ball one.
Ball one.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about the
New batter.
The previous batter, Morgan. So I just briefly glanced.
Like,
saw
did I miss some?
Yeah.
Did I miss some pitches?
The 1-1. This is
Driven deep to
left center, and Adrian Graves will camp underneath it. He'll make the catch for out number one.
Once again, anything that's hit high out there to left field is just being eaten up by this wind. Not a huge wind that we have here, but definitely strong enough to affect the flight of anything that's hit too high. And do we have is that a different number 3 is still a guy that's been in?
Blake Allen. So we may have a pinch hitter for Frusciella.
Yeah, who's this guy? 21 is hitting right now. Yeah, 21 is hitting. That's a different guy. The guy up to bat right now. Is number 21. Jake Foray is up to bat. Jake Foray, F-U-R-A-Y, number 21.
Jake F-A-U.
F-U.
F-U-R.
R-A-Y. Foray.
Foray will dig in from the left side for his first appearance of the night. Blake Allen on deck. First pitch offering high and outside for ball one. One on with one out.
Carson trying to slide it in there if he could. And home plate umpire said, no, not going to work.
Breaking ball outside for ball two. The 2-0 swing and a miss. As a fastball gets blown by.
Yeah, it did. I think it took him off. He wasn't expecting it. He's like, whoa. You know?
Morgan extends his lead at first.
I said that earlier in Jacob Signs coming in, that he's never going to be the guy to blow it past someone.
That's high and outside for ball three.
But he's very, very sneaky with where he does deliver that strike and that fastball, and is very effective on that last pitch.
The 3-1, this is hit foul, and that will work the count full.
And here it is, best on best. Full count. 1 out, 1 on. Would love to see a little game-ending double play here for the Raiders defense.
The payoff pitch, that's high for ball 4.
And I would imagine, no, coach is still not coming out. He's electing to go ahead and leave Jacob in there.
Well, Allen is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. He's flown out to left, and he's been hit by a pitch. But the tying run is now reached the plate. We do have a pinch runner coming in, number 26.
And 26 is not on the lineup. That was 26.
Yep, 26. Justin Bruchette. How do you not have it and they do? It's foul.
Because 26 is the starting second baseman,
Oh, wow.
Frusella,
Interesting.
not Fruchette. Guess this guy thinks it's 2 T's.
1 strike count to Allen.
So, yeah, Frusella is in to pinch run. Oh, for the guy that hit for him, right? He's re-entering in his position there.
Yeah, re-entering for his position. That's right. That is hit foul.
Woo!
Because that would have seen 1 run score for sure, and probably 2.
Easily 1 run in, and
Most likely 2.
because that would have rattled around in that corner for a while, and
The Rangers down to their final strike, barring a base hit or a walk, but at this point he's in an 0-2 count.
Dylan Glenn keeping the
That pitch misses outside for ball 1.
That's that sort of no man's land that's gone either way, as the Raiders were really hoping to see that one called a strike this time, but I think it was just a bit too far outside. And
The 1-2. This is hit into right. The catch is made.
hey, he's turning and throwing, guys. That's the best he can do. That's not on him. Everybody was yelling too because the runner had gotten so far off the bag that is Joe Burry, by the way, in right field now.
Right. I missed that.
Yeah, so did I, until we just happened to see him look up, and that ball almost got over his head, and he was able to make that catch. And
they
again,
made him go back. I'm not sure because they said he didn't.
who?
Well, didn't Morgan advance to third?
No.
Okay.
He had taken off,
Okay,
thinking that the ball was over his head.
Oh, all right.
And that's why everybody was yelling for him to throw to second, because
Right.
he was at third whenever Burry caught the ball.
2 away. I said it was the final strike.
But again, the normal,
that pitch misses for a ball,
yeah,
so I was incorrect
ball 1. So the normal,
on my previous statement that they were down to their final strike. They still had another out.
yeah, the normal play for Joe Burry at that point is always go home when you have a runner on second. So he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
That pitch misses for ball 2. Miller has lined to first. He has flown out to center. He has singled, and he has walked. The 2-0 delivery.
That's a
This
fly
is a fly ball to center. Connor
Thompson.
Thompson tracks it. Then on, he makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Ball game, folks.
Your Rouse Raiders take game one of the best of three. We have game two due up 30 minutes following this one, so it'll be a 4 o'clock, or really it'll be probably around a 4:10.
4:10 start.
So, Jonathan, you want to run over the final numbers?
Yes, sir. And quick little
We're getting inundated by bubbles.
bubbles, the bubbles. I love the bubbles. All right, so quick recap here. 8-5 is your happy final here in game one of the Rouse Raiders versus Smithson Valley by district round.
So at the very least, if Smithson was to win the next game, then it would guarantee a third game on Monday night at 7 o'clock.
At 7, yes, sir. Back here. So again, it's been basically turned in from a home field advantage down to a venue that doesn't work for either one, right? So recap here. Schroeder finishes the game. Actually, before we do that, live bottom of the 8th, Glenn is up to bat, and they're down 8-7, but they're up to bat.
I'm sorry.
No outs for them, so that's their chance. They're chasing one run to stay alive, and there's game one as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're game one. So, sorry, recap here. Schroeder finishes with 2/3 of an inning, going 1 strikeout, no walks. The total pitching for the Smithson Valley was a combined 7 strikeouts on 5 walks and 2 hit batters. On the Rouse side pitching, of course, the start is with Jack Doss. No decision for him, as he did exit the game with a 4-4 tie. The winning pitcher is Jacob Sines. Jacob Sines goes 3 2/3 innings compared to Jack Doss's 3 1/3. He does have 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Combined, 5 strikeouts, 5 walks. Jacob Sines does that on 64 total pitches, 33 for strikes. Offensively, we had 24 Raiders come to plate. They did have come to 6 hits. Again, the 7 strikeouts against and 5 walks with the 2 hit batters. So my understanding, and I have this on insider information, that we will not see the normal game 2 starter now that we have won game 1. So this sort of reverts back to Coach Crimpin's 2021 mentality in the day, where you had Kidhill was always the go-to number 1, right? And then you had Norris, who was the number 2, except if we won and went up, he would pitch somebody else. And a Blake Gonzalez came in and pitched in 2021. And you also had a Oscar Salazar, freshman, came in and pitched in a winning game at Northeast Metro. And then he would let Norris come in to be that closer in essence for the game 3, because we had depth at pitching. Similarly here, we have depth at pitching, so I'm going to believe that's why he held Colby Driscoll out.
Right.
And did not have him come in. So Colby Driscoll will probably get the game 2 start here in 30 minutes. And if it does go to a game 3, that makes way for Carter May. Again, with great pitching depth, allows Coach some flexibility with what he elects to do with his pitching staff. So we'll be right back with y'all.
Yeah.
It's not a farewell and good night. It's a we'll see you soon.
We'll see you in just a bit.
But we will be.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. We're going to see if we can't get this OBS corrected and give y'all a much better viewing experience, and something that doesn't stress us out on this side.
Yeah.
It does get stressful when we can't bring you a quality broadcast. So for Jonathan Kaspar, I'm Mike